And tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Tobias Harris, since he was 10 years old, has spent the summer training with George the Iceman Gervin in San Antonio. Harris said, having him in my ear has helped my game and made me love the game even more. And Gervin says, I'm his coach as far as putting that ball in the hole. And he's a good student, too. Kevin?
David, that's one of my most favorite stories you've ever told from our sideline. Thank you for that. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Thursday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Detroit Pistons. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The stars of this team in the post, Harris and Embiid. Outside the wings are Curry and Green. And it's Maxey in at point guard. And for the Knicks, in the forward positions, Barrett and Randall. Fournier out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Robinson in at the center position. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
And it's such a great feeling to come out strong. But it's hard to maintain that consistency. The teams that do, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strength.
Now, here's Maxey. Pass to Harris. Embiid sets the pick for Harris. Here he goes. Randall grabs the board. So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Here's Walker. Makes it off the glass.
Well, that's just some expert maneuvering by Kemba. I mean, handles. Slipping past the contact and getting it to go.
And defensively, no matter the size of the man he's guarding, Walker really puts up a fight.
Some smaller guards pretend to battle. Walker will bang with you, try to front you, pull.
Oh, did you see that? Efficiency. I mean, that's an area where Walker has improved. Don't need to force it. Keep your eyes up. Make the right basketball play.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Harris.
2 minutes remaining.
Embiid with the screen on Randall. Here's Harris. Knicks with the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And in this matchup, last season, not one of the games went their way.
Here's Robinson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
The pass to Harris. Now here's Embiid. Fade away. And that one hits back iron.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from them.
Good on the three-point shot.
They've come out a lot. His side. 4 for 4 to start.
9.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
This is it to Maxey. Will it go? Good. He hits the jump shot.
Maxey.
That was a long time coming. It took them 5 attempts to get their first bucket.
Here's Walker. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now, here's Maxey. Guarded closer to the inside. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Robinson up top. For 3, Barrett. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
The Knicks leading by 8. Robinson sets a screen for Walker. It's tipped. Embiid with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Maxey. And the layup's good off the glass. Maxi's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, the defense of Embiid leads to the hoop. Love to see the energy he brings to the table.
Randall from outside, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the New York Knicks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we've seen the improvement for the Knicks under Coach Tom Thibodeau. His star, Julius Randle, defines Tibbs' approach.
He genuinely cares about you as a human being, as a person. He wants to see you really excel as a player, and he knows that the only way to do that is through the grind, through hard work, through putting the hours and the effort in day after day. So that's his thing. He's going to push you in practice, push you in workouts. And he's your biggest fan when you're out there on the court.
He is indeed in that effort and grittiness, something we've seen from Thibodeau's teams over the years.
And Knicks fans recognize that brand of basketball. You think back to the years with Ewing and Oakley in the middle. It fits in the Big Apple.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They've carried out a great game plan in the paint so far, working it down low a lot and getting high percentage looks.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Randall and Robinson make up the inside pair, sharing the wing spots, Fournier and Barrett. And it's Walker in at the 1. That's the 5 for New York right now. Thibault with the ball. Defended now by Fournier. Here's Korkmaz. Randall with some nice D.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
2 minutes.
There might be more talent at the point guard position now, Greg, than there's ever been in the NBA. But who do you think sits at the top of that list?
I mean, Kevin, there's so many incredible talents. And not that I'm dodging it, but honestly, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It depends on what kind of tickles your fancy in terms of the point guard. If it's the ability to shoot and play without it, Steph's at the top of your lead list. But then you get a guy like Chris Paul, who I think is as good as anybody's ever been in the pick and roll. So they're just different ways to approach this thing. And, of course, now I've forgotten 4 or 5 guys that I should have added into this conversation.
There it finds Fournier. Some nice passing by New York here. Randall left side. Outside for Robinson. Shot clock at 6. And it's Walker penetrating. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And whether he's a lone star or playing alongside other stars, Walker puts up numbers.
Well, Greg, that's what makes him so valuable. He can blend in, get the points within the flow of the offense, or just completely take over himself.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And the speed of Walker, I mean, it's sensational. He can switch gears, and an active player on both ends.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. And so Walker nails both of them.
Well, his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Harris outside. Here's Embiid. Robinson pulls it in.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Curry passes it to Harris. Embiid with a screen on Randall. Harris drives in. And Embiid throws it down.
You can't afford to give Embiid any separation, especially in the pick and roll area where he is very dangerous.
Shot's good by Walker. 24 seconds left in the second quarter.
13.
Pass to Harris. Here's Curry. Robinson with the block. And now the Knicks on the break. Robinson leading the charge. Outside, Walker. Randall down low. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Randall's got 5.
This is what makes Randall so special. His velocity on the boards is admirable.
And so it's the New York Knicks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Coach. This team is still developing. What do they need to do to really reach their max?
Just keep working every day. Give maximum effort, great concentration, and play to win. Make winning plays.
Sounds simple, but I know it's not, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the New York Knicks.
Well, they've shown a lot of discipline at the offensive end. It's not about getting the quick shot, it's about getting the good shot. And if you want to know how that approach is working, just check out their field goal percentage.
Let's move on to see what's coming up on the schedule.
And that game against the Bulls should be a fascinating one. Going against the best team in the league is a daunting task. But I think they're pumped. They want to prove they can play with anyone.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points and close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Front court filled in by Green at 3 and Harris at the 4. Maxey out there with Seth Curry, and it's Embiid in at the center, locking down the middle. Randall no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up with the 76ers. A 12-point game. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. New York's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Now, here's Walker. 8 points for him. Over Maxey. Walker's shot is off.
Now, you expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And certain guys post almost identical numbers year after year. Danny Green is one of them.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, the production's been very consistent since his 3rd season, but he also gives you intangible toughness, deadly in the clutch. I mean, his coaches and team trust him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now, you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Embiid with the screen on Randall. At the top of the key, Embiid. Clock at 6. Now, here's Maxey. Started by Fournier. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Walker's shot is off.
Might take him a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. Just need to calm down, play their game. I don't know what they drew up at halftime, but it ain't working. 0 for 4 to stop the half.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. The Sixers have improved under Doc Rivers, helped to define roles. Rivers said, I did that day one. We're playing through Joel, but Ben is the facilitator. Simmons said, Doc's holding everybody accountable. It's about staying focused and not getting distracted. We have to stay locked in. Kevin, back to you.
Oh, they got the talent for sure, D.A. Thank you. And the Knicks making a change here. Gibson's checked in. Here's Joe. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Drummond. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, having to handle Drummond inside is a tough task, very tough. He's going to win the physical battle almost every time.
To the middle, here's Gibson. Lays it up and banks it in. Gibson's got his first 2 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The pass to Drummond. 24 seconds left in the third. Great D that time from Gibson.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
Drummond with it. Pass to Korkmaz. Shoots over Fournier. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. It's the Knicks running away with it. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, that's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Sharing the wing spots, Fournier and Barrett. Randall and Robinson make up the inside pair. And it's Walker in at the point. That's the 5 for New York right now. Maxey passes to Embiid. Robinson with the block. Walker with a clean look. And again, New York with the triple. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
All those block shots, that's a clear indicator of the great D they've been playing. Not giving them an inch of space out there.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Here's Curry. Fournier pulls it down. Fournier's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Inside, Walker. And the layup is good. Walker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
He kicks it to Barrett. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Curry with a wide-open look. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
You know, taking advantage of the mid-range area. I like seeing Curry connect from there.
Outside, Walker, and he drives in, and the rejection by Embiid. Robinson, that's good.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Knicks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kemba Walker.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Yeah. Playing with an edge and be with a slam. An emotional leader for this team.
Now here's Walker. Tight defense on him. Robinson sets a screen for Walker. Embiid with the steal. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. To the paint, it's stolen by Randall and stolen by Harris. Banked in off the glass.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
Outside, Walker. From deep. It's off. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Evan Fournier. Hey, Evan, does a win like tonight's against this kind of competition show you how far you've come as a team?
Yeah, sure. You know, we obviously showing progress, but we want to be a very good team. We are very ambitious.
Nothing wrong with a little ambition, Evan. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.